I don't know about y'all, but when I was once a young buck, the only media I consumed was YouTube and cartoons. So when I heard my favorite shows growing up were coming back, I had to lock in. But the problem I want to talk about today isn't just prevalent with these new shows. Oh, no. This shit dates back years ago! And this makes me sad for this next generation. Because instead of growing up with some straight peak, they get this shit.
Niggas, they only think about chicken. They're black!
Like if this was the only thing available on TV, may I be doom scrolling watching Couple Cop 2? But with that, we move on to the first case of the cartoon revival problem. Being... Now it's safe to say anybody who knows me in real life knows how much I love this show! When we was broke in the trenches, living life without Nickelodeon, naturally you went to the GOAT streaming service known as Cartoon Network. And the one show we always had on was The Amazing World of Gumball. Now I know the ending of the show had some mixed reviews, but that does not take away from its GOAT status. Genuinely a top 3 cartoon. Like the amount of iconic episodes in the show is just unfair. The origins, the game, the console. I highly recommend you go rewatch some of these masterpieces. That shit will have a white tear run down your leg. So when I heard this shit was coming back after 6 years, best believe my ass was on that newest show. And after watching it, I got a few things to say. First off, I'm not gonna lie, bro, that first episode was weak as hell. Look, man, the whole plot of them trying to eat healthy wasn't my forte. I'm not saying the entire show was like this. There were some bangers, such as the Dragon Ball episode, the AI assistant, and the season 2 finale. Now, if you remember the atrocity known as the season 6 cliffhanger, you can understand I was getting worried about the future of the series. But after finishing the finale, I can say that this
does put a smile on my face.
Like the whole plot of Rob and the awesome store guy having to stop Gumball and Darwin from realizing that they live in a fictional world was just straight cinema. Now there are talks about a Gumball movie in the works, but when that finally comes out, nigga, I'm gonna be 40. Guess it's time to watch Super Nigga again. Now some call this the best TV show of all time. And honestly, they might be right. Because tell me how a show that's meant for kids is still funny and entertaining to me as an adult. Now we move on to the Lost Tapes. After watching it, I can confidently say that they did not butcher this shit. Because these episodes could be in the main show and nobody would bat an eye. Which goes into the problem I have with these cartoons coming back. It has nothing to do with the quality, it's just the lack of new content available. Like, I'm not calling them lazy, but if you're gonna bring your show back, at least change some shit or have some interesting new plot for us to enjoy. One good suggestion I heard was that we should get some new content of the people working at the park in the future, when Mordecai and Rigby are all grown up. That or showing the duo in their adult life. I'm just saying that shit would be calm. Now, let's talk about...
Stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all.
It doesn't matter who's watching the show, Phineas and Ferb is the definition of a solid cartoon. With seasons 1 through 4 alone having over 100 episodes, not even mentioning the absolute peak movies. And just like most of these cartoons I'm covering, this show had some absolute classic episodes. The Meep shit, the Star Wars special, Squirrel in my pants, nigga! And y'all can't tell me y'all didn't tear up during the college episode. Truly a GOAT cartoon. Now this is a weird one because this isn't a reboot or a new show. It's literally just an extra season. Go watch the first episode, I promise you nothing has changed. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, yeah, they haven't lost their touch, but are y'all satisfied with just that? Just like with the regular show, don't y'all want something different? But I get it, these niggas just wanted to make a new season of the original formula, so I can't hate too much. The next cartoon we're gonna talk about, we got...
Transformation 10 now available. Transformation lockout overridden.
Ben 10, oh Ben 10, where do I begin?
Get off that nigga dick, bro, what is you doing?
Back when I was a kid, man, I was the biggest Ben 10 blazer. OG series, Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, even Omniverse, I watched them all. Now, I already know the old heads watching this are going like, OG Ben 10 on top, nigga. Look, bro, my list looking like these. And before you OG fans can get close enough to blow us up, let me explain, gang. Around the time my brain developed enough to enjoy the series, the Alien Force and Omniverse era was going on. So yes, bro, I am an Omniverse glazer as well. Now this is probably one of the most controversial cartoons on this list, because it's hard for old fans like me to go from this
Wielder of the most powerful weapon in the universe
to this. And just like this video from Damn Boy Wonder, this shit did not stand a chance at all. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, because after doing a bit of a deep dive, I will say that this show isn't too bad for what it is. Now, if you want the classic Ben 10 experience, this is not it. And I think we all could have guessed that from the way this shit's animated. Look, I got nothing wrong with super cartoonish animation. I am a Teen Titans Go defender after all. But man, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wish we got a Ben 10 adult series instead. Tell me that wouldn't have gone hard. But no, instead we got this Kids Bop ass reboot. I'm not hating. Also, if we're gonna talk about this reboot, I gotta talk about that god-awful movie. You know, the one where all the Bens from the OG shows come together? They did my nigga Alien X30! But other than that, this shit calm. Now, just like most of these shows in this list, Scooby-Doo had a very big part in my childhood. When I used to go to my cousin's house all the time, we would watch Scooby-Doo for hours. Scooby-Doo, where are you? What's new, Scooby-Doo? And of course, the goat of them all, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. From the fire intros to the character design, this shit was always peak. Like, tell me you haven't seen a Shaggy 3-Tomei Sharingan video. Miles, your age is showing. Man, what's out? This shit's still tough. Now, so far, most of these reboots / revivals have not been bad. Either because it's similar to the original or set up in a different kind of way that doesn't disrespect the OG series. But this throws that all out the window. I honestly can't think of a worse remake. Because when the show came out, it had people up in arms. Like they turned my dog Shaggy into a nigga. Well, at least they didn't give him the Killmonger treatment. But he still got that goofy ass high top fade, I'm sorry. One of the many problems about this show was the complete 360 it did. Now, like I said before, if you're gonna bring a show back and it not be a reboot, you should do something different to get the old fans interested. Because seeing the same plot of things happening over and over again, man, I could just watch the older seasons. And I truly believe what I meant by that. But not this! There's no Scooby. The entire original formula for these episodes are gone. And this shit's annoyingly graphic. I ain't saying we need some family-friendly vibes all the time, but Jesus, how much of this shit was really needed? Just like The Boys, how much of the jokes were just shocking? Damn near all of them, nigga. And ooh, I hate that shit. By far, one of the worst things I regularly see in movies and TV shows is shock humor. Like, just because I didn't expect to see or hear something gross doesn't make it funny. And in my opinion, they had all the pieces there. A new original plot, starting with the gang not being together at first. Tell me that shit doesn't sound kinda hard. But I ain't gonna say the show had a lot of potential, cause this shit was already getting clowned on when the first trailer dropped, making Velma by far the worst reboot / revival on this list. Now, to be honest with y'all, when I was first researching about this topic, I was expecting to raise my pitchfork too. But other than Velma, it was actually a pleasant experience rewatching these old shows and tuning into the revivals. Like, I'm serious, y'all, we aren't forced to watch modern TV slop. Go back and enjoy this shit, because I promise you, it's still peak. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to join your boy in this journey. Check out the socials, pull up to the streams. Love you boys, I'm out.